Hey guys, so here we are in April, and around here that means it's time to start getting those grills and smokers out, having yourself a barbecue, maybe sitting around your fire pit, getting ready to go camping, so you'll be sitting around a campfire. So doing those things requires a way of lighting your charcoal or lighting your wood, and these two things here are what I've been using for the last few years. And I kind of use these ones because I can pick them up locally, either at Walmart or Tractor Supply or Lowe's. These ones here work pretty well. Basically, you just leave it in the package, you light it up. These ones put off a ton of black smoke, so I do not use these ones on my grills or smokers. I just don't feel like it's safe to eat the food as much black smoke comes off. So these only go in a fire pit or campfire. These ones don't put off quite the smoke that those other ones do. The problem with these ones is that they tend to like fall apart and you only get like half of the thing out. And then you have so much of a mess in there afterwards. And if these ones get wet, they don't want to work very well. But yeah, I feel like you lose half of the tumbleweed before you even use it. And if this box were to get crushed or something, it makes it real difficult to use them. So anyways, I saw a video on YouTube on these FireFlame fire starters. And I reached out to the company and asked if they'd send me a package to do a review on, and they were kind enough to do so. And if these things do as they claim, these will likely be my new fire starters moving forward. So these are made by a company called Kickneck, and they're actually made in Denmark. I want to show you around the package before we open it up. Say it's a safe way to light a fire. It can be used for a charcoal barbecue grill, your home fireplace, fire pit, used for camping, survival. So if you're a prepper and you like to keep these kind of things in your fire starting bag, this would be a good thing for that. Wood burning stove. So they say that they're 100% waterproof. I'll test that out. We'll make sure non-toxic, food safe. So again, I don't use the other ones because of the grill. These have a 30-year shelf life. Non-combustible under extreme heat. They have a burn time of up to 10 minutes. And the temperature is 750 degrees while it's burning. And then it gives some suggestions. If you're having a campfire, use one or two. If you're using a charcoal chimney, which I may do that on the video too, just put one basically underneath the chimney. If you're just using a barbecue grill, you can just throw a couple packets in it. Yeah, again, up here it says that this is basically weatherproof and works under the most extreme conditions and will remain lit even while floating on water. So it does float. And they are using an all-natural paraffin wax. And when I open this up, this is going to look like it's a plastic little bag, but it's not. It's actually compressed vegetable oil with that paraffin wax inside of it. But let's tear into this, and then I'll show you what these look like, and then we'll get out and actually test it out and kind of see how they burn. And I might do maybe a fire in a fire pit with them or something like that. But so this is what these things look like. You can see the wax in there. Very lightweight. It really almost weighs nothing. Grab you guys some quick dimensions of the package. Probably 3 inches or so long. Not quite 2.5 inches wide, and almost not even measurable on the thickness. There's not much to them. I mean, way under like 1/8 of an inch. These things are so lightweight. I'm not sure if my scale will even pick it up. I know I read on their website that it weighs 0.2 ounces. Oh, it did pick it up. So yes, that is correct. So I think what we'll do is just get into kind of testing them out and seeing how easy they light and how long they burn. All right, so for this first test, I got a pan of water here. I'm going to soak this thing, flip it over a few times. We'll see if it'll light, and then we'll see if it'll burn. I'm just going to throw it down in here once it gets lit. If I can get my lighter to light. I think it's best to get into a corner and get that paraffin wax going. My lighter keeps going out on me. I'm almost to the corner there. Now we should light. All right. We'll give this a chance to kind of get going. And then I'm just going to drop it down in there and see if it actually stays lit. Now again, this is supposed to burn 8 to 10 minutes. I'm not going to bore you guys with the whole time here, but what I'll do is we'll see how high it gets and if it does last close to that long. And I will say right now, there is smoke coming off of it, and it's black smoke. Now, I don't know if that's because of it being in the water, and there is some smell to it as well. But as you can see, it's been going for about 2 minutes now, and it's just floating along here, burning just fine on top of that water. So it ended up going out after about 4 minutes of burning. Clearly there's still a lot left of it, so I'm going to pull it out of this water and let it dry out, and then try to relight it in the pan without the water. Alright, I kind of halfway dried it off. Let's try relighting the same one. See if it'll go here. Alright, we'll give that a minute to kind of take off and see what it does. So like I said, I had it burning for about 4 minutes originally in the water before it blew out. It did take a little bit to kind of get it re-going here, but now that that wax is actually burning, it's burning really well. And it's been going for a few minutes again, so we'll see if it makes it up to about that 10-minute time. And I do want to mention that even not in the water, there's definitely a black smoke burning off of this. It is still burning, but the flame is getting smaller. It's been about 7 minutes or so total. Alright, my flame went out. I'd say total was maybe 8 minutes. And again, that was after being dunked in water and being wet. So 8 minutes is still pretty good in my opinion. Alright, so up next, got a couple of these fire starters in with some charcoal. We'll see how long it takes those to get lit there. Got that one going. Alright, they are both lit. Alright, it's maybe been 10 minutes or so. We're starting to get a pretty decent bed of coals down in there. Alright guys, so I've had a few chances to use these little fire starters and just want to share my thoughts with you. So the first thing I'll say is they weren't as easy to light as what I thought they were going to be. And I think part of that reason is the way that the paraffin wax is inside of the little packets here. If you look, like every one of them are like these bubbles or things are like broken up. So what I would tell you guys if you were to get these is to do not light it anywhere where there's all of this space, because this stuff here does not burn all that well. Once this gets lit, it's okay. So I would go to a corner where this is close to this and it should light and stay lit a whole lot better. I know they claim that it's 100% waterproof, but again, I kind of had a hard time lighting it when I had it sitting and soaked in that water. And then even after I pulled it out, it was a little bit difficult to light. So if you were to use these in rain or anything, I would try keeping them, dry for as long as you can. And then like maybe if it is wet, actually like wipe it off before you try lighting it. Another claim is that these work great in high winds. And what I will say on that is when you're burning just this part before the paraffin gets lit, any wind will almost blow this back out. And then also, as it's getting near the end of its final burn, it blows out kind of easy. Once this is lit though, it does burn pretty well and stay lit even in those winds. Now, I have no way of knowing if these are toxic or non-toxic. They say that they're non-toxic, but it says that there's no smells and no smoke or fumes. And in my experience, that was not true. I definitely had some black smoke coming off of them, and I could smell it, and even my clothes smelled like it afterwards. Not nearly as bad as when I used one of these. Like I said, these put off a ton of black smoke for a long time, and you really stink like it afterwards. So these were definitely better. They also claim to have a burn time of 8 to 10 minutes. And I got pretty close to that. I think I was somewhere between 7 to 8 minutes each time that I tried them out, which is still plenty long enough to get pretty much any fire started or a charcoal grill or whatever it might be. So at the time of me recording this video, these fire starters are coming in at $15 for a 20 pack. And they also have them available in a 40 pack and a 60 pack. If you buy that 20 pack at $15, that means these are 75 cents each. The 40 pack was 27 something, so they're 69 cents each. And the 60 pack was around $38, so there's 63 cents per packet here. So again, 63 cents is the very cheapest option for these. These tumbleweed ones you can get for around $6 for a 16 pack, which makes them 38 cents each. But again, they do kind of make a mess. And these zip fire starters are about $5.50 or close to it for 12 of them. So they're 44 cents each. So I think if you're looking for something that's super lightweight and basically takes up no space in your bag, these ones here from FireFlame might be a pretty good choice. Again, this is a traditional tumbleweed one, but just look at the difference here. I could probably stack 8 or 9 of these in the same thickness as what this thing here is, and they're almost the same length here, but they're just so much smaller, and these burn close at the same time. And there you go, I'll demonstrate that for you. You can see the thickness is about the same. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So alright guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. If you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.